Introduction to managing your Joomla site. How to use these tutorials. The best way to use these tutorials is to take notes as you go. Many also have text versions which you can read online or print out. The control panel. The control panel of your Joomla website is where you manage all aspects of your site. It is located in a separate directory or folder within your site's files and can be found by adding the name of the directory to your domain name. For example, yourwebsite.co.uk/administrator. The control panel has several labels. Some call it the admin panel or administration panel, the control panel, or the back end of the site. Whenever you hear any of these terms in these tutorials or others, they are referring to the area where you go to manage the site. Who can access the control panel? The user who has ultimate control over every aspect of the site is called a super administrator or super admin. This is usually the person who set up the site for you. Only a super admin can access the back end of the site. However, the super admin can grant access to the back end to other users. This is useful if there are a couple of people looking after the site's management. So, to manage your site, you need to ask your super admin to assign the necessary permissions to you. Once your account is set up, you can log in. Log in to the back end of your site. Confirm the login address with your developer. Log into the panel using your username and password. At first, the control panel can appear intimidating. There are many icons and several menus on the top and to the left of the panel. However, it is our mission to help you confidently manage your own site, so we walk you step by step through the process of completing each task. Setting up your workspace. A good habit to get into while working on your site is to have both the admin panel and the front end of the site open at the same time in another tab. The front end of the site is the actual live site that is displayed when people visit your address. To set up both the back end and the front end, click on your website link in the top right corner of the control panel. The front end of the site will open in a different tab. When you have your workspace set up in this way, you can make changes in one tab and then refresh the browser in the live site to review the changes that have been made. How this works will be clearly demonstrated as you make your way through these tutorials. The WYSIWYG editor. Throughout these tutorials, we will refer to the editor. The editor is a WYSIWYG editor, as shown here. WYSIWYG stands for What You See is What You Get. There are different WYSIWYG editors that can be added to Joomla. Most developers have a preference and will install one particular type. However, whatever type you have, it will be capable of the same functions as demonstrated within these tutorials. Importing text. Produce and check. Produce your text first in a word processing program like LibreOffice or Microsoft Word. Check the spelling. Paste clean text. When placing text within your site, it is important to use the paste icon on the editor. This is because text from a word processing program like Word may have some style formatting attached, which will affect the way your text appears on the site. As part of the site design process, your developer will have assigned certain styles to different text elements, and you don't want to interfere with that style by importing word formatting as well. When you use the paste icon, all style formatting is removed from the text, so that your text is imported clean and appears as it was intended based on the design. Stick to the predefined font styles. As you can see on the editor, you can choose different fonts, However, it is not advisable to use these. As mentioned previously, your designer will have preset styles used for the main body text and different headline levels. Introducing too many different text styles on a site can make it distracting and messy. For this reason, you should use font styles based on those incorporated into the design. Some text is automatically formatted. Your main body text and the title of your content will be automatically formatted based on the design files. For additional headings and subheadlines within the text, it is best if you stick to the styles available in the drop-down menu marked Paragraph. They are called Heading 1, Heading 2, Heading 3, Heading 4, Heading 5 and Heading 6. We will demonstrate how and when to use these styles as we work through these tutorials. Log out. When you have finished managing your site, make sure you log out. This is particularly important if there are other people working on the site. If you do not log out, the area of the site you were working on may be locked to other users. The logout button can be found on the top right corner. Get help setting up your site for management. If you do not have someone to set up your site so you can manage it yourself, there are thousands of freelance Joomla developers who can do it for you. If you are just in the process of planning your site, add back-end permissions to the list of requirements before sending your site specifications to your developer. Visit our site, workingtheweb.co.uk, to find more information about finding a Joomla developer and how to plan your website.